I could give a damn if you doubt me.
Okay guys, so
shouldn't have bailed on us.
Welcome.
Shinnok.
I'm actually just gonna try and review some of the recent Combat League matches I've had on both the PS4 as well as the PC format. So this is a match against Mr. Maker's Smile, Andy Otam, a very well recognized Kotal Kahn player, especially in the African community. He's got a YouTube channel, and this is probably my first game of the day because hands were cold, doing stupid things. Obviously, new character, been getting a little bit of help on this character as well, just trying to understand, you know, what are some of the things that I should do, shouldn't do. But of course, as you can see already, you know, a bit trigger happy on the jump button, not staying grounded, trying to, I think, do everything that a very much an amateur player would do, and that is try to jump in on his opponent when he becomes impatient. So getting caught, managed to block that fatal blow, plus frames there, caught him but on the jump, so not able to capitalize on some damage there. And he keeps catching me with that unblockable, and again, you know, trying to jump out of situations where I think everybody that's kind of guided me in terms of my own gameplay has kind of suggested just stay on the ground. So this is the second round of game number 1. Trying to get that blue shit on the ground, just trying to kind of get him to move either forward or back. If he comes forward, he's going to eat a bit of dot damage. And there he catches me with that advancing mid of his, that big normals that Kotal Kahn has, but managed to get the jump in this time. Set up, get the dot damage going, trying to keep him there, but he manages to escape. Another jump in, which I got, but again, you know, trying to stay grounded, and unfortunately, first game of the day, making a lot of silly errors here, and I think that cost me the first game if I'm not mistaken. Missed my uppercut punch there. Yeah, I think in that particular situation where he was cornered, where my spacing was at play, I should have actually gone for the down acid or down little things that she puts on the floor. But anyway, again, jumping up, landing the combo this time, sitting up again, but unfortunately unable to keep him on that blue dot damage for too long. And this is where I think I lose it, you know, in a winning position, obviously thinking too hard about the fact that I need to win this game. And this is where he breaks away, and this is what really peeved me off in this particular match, because I've got him cornered, I can do just about anything. And I mean, come on, that is as close as I can get. Now I start to panic because I realize that he's got the Barb's defensive meter and he gets the unblockable into the brutality. And at this point I'm pissed. At this point I'm thinking, you know what? Games like that, you should probably end up winning. But anyway, we move on to the next match, and let's see if I can turn this around. So here we are at match number 2. Mr. Maker Smile leading by 1-0. Okay, so after seeing some of the mistakes I was making in the first game, I don't think it got to a point where I was really ironing out any of those mistakes. I was still trigger happy on the jump button, using the dot damage maybe just a little bit more, or in situations where I think, okay, he's trying to keep his distance, so let's wait for my opportunity. And as you can see, I landed the punish there, forces the air escape, getting the plus frames, and catches him this time, setting up in the corner. He's cornered, he's eating dot damage, eventually gets out because I failed to block the low this time. So, you know, just little mistakes that I'm seeing as I'm going through these matches. Okay, so patient, wasn't expecting the interactable advance there. Catches him. And I close out that round with a jumping combo, which I think in fairness I was able to do because I caught him in his parry stance. He was waiting to get hit and, you know, just capitalize on some extra damage with that standing, with that neutral jump 2, I think it is. So set up, unfortunately I'm moving off the dot damage. Don't fall for the interactable this time. Gets out of dodge there, but unfortunately it's quite a bit of damage, so already you see that my strategy in game 2 already changed quite significantly. Forces me to escape there. Again, doesn't catch me, and he's gonna eat the brutality for his troubles. No, he doesn't. But again, as you can see there, you know, just little bits of ironing out of mistakes that I saw in that first game. And obviously now it's game number 3 in a Combat League set. It's my first time playing with Jacqui Briggs on PS4 on the Combat League. So the nerves start to kick in now, and we go into our third game, which you'll see shortly. So the tiebreaker, the decider, match number 3, Combat League set, Kotal Kahn versus Jacqui Briggs, Andy Otam, Mr. Make a Smile versus Charlie Wolf. And this match takes a bit of a turn because, you know, we're playing in an online environment. We, in South Africa at least, have just started to experience load shedding. But anyway, as you can see, the match starts off. Kotal's got his damage buff on. He's gone for the Bullock variation after swapping from the Ascension variation. So, very much starting off the match where I left off in the previous one. But now he's got the totems out, and I'm not really too sure what to expect from this match. And again, you know, the trigger happy jump button starts to come into play here. So instead of just blocking his combo ender, which is the projectile, I'm opting to try to jump out of it now. But I got him in the corner. Gonna get some blue shit out. And this should finish it. But again, I tried to jump out, and now a fatal blow comes into the picture, and suddenly from a winning position again, I find myself losing that particular round. So now I'm pissed, because it's not like I'm losing based on a clear gulf in gameplay. You know, it's just silly mistakes that I tend to make that ultimately allows me to give away the game from a winning position. So start off the second round here, get the forward grab. At this point I'm telling myself, just don't get trigger happy on the jump button. Okay, so he's got his Sunray out now, but fortunately the dash punch gets him out of that, so he doesn't take too much of his but there he gets me with the unblockable 400 damage for minimal effort. I think it was like 4 hits maybe. But again, you can see I'm starting to get grounded. Then the jump in combo, plus frames, doesn't fall for it this time, gets me with an uppercut, and again plus frames, and I think this one goes the way of the Wolfman himself. Okay, so now the third round, the decider, and now you're about to see what unfortunately happens at the end of this game. So, starting off the round really good. Plus frames again, falls for it, don't expect him to jump out, catches me with the unblockable. Doesn't amplify it though, so my health lead is quite very much still intact. Deciding what's happening here. Well, this is when the game started to lag, and fortunately on the replays itself it doesn't show the lag. Jumped out of that, but doesn't convert the jumping punch though, so cornered here. Not sure why that sweep came into play, but I think it's got to do with the lag that we were experiencing at this time. Walk in grab. As you can see guys, I'm extremely nervous to close this game out. Not sure what to expect here. Again, trigger happy on the jump button, but does not fall for the interactable, or rather the unblockable. Capitalizing on some combo damage there. And I think that was me closing out the game with the brutality. Thank you, Mr. Maker Smile. But Jacqui Briggs takes that particular Combat League set, but 2-1. But that was just a typical example of succumbing to a little bit of nerves, but being able to spot some of the obvious mistakes that I was making during that set. So, good games to Mr. Maker Smile, and we move on to the next match.